people in like retail jobs and shit, I just feel like they're constantly like disrespected, right? Like disrespected by the boss, by customers. Like at one point, I was working a retail job and I couldn't work that shit no more, dude. I hear it all the time at people working in retail. Like they get up, they work like the 9 to 5 normal shift, right? They go to a store, they sit in a store all day, all freaking day, bro. Listen to the same songs on the intercom. They do the same shit every day. Like it's like the same meaningless shit every day. Like, and that's really what drained me mentally, is like doing the same shit every day. I ended up shifting over into the trades, and I feel a lot more like accomplished when I finish a task, because like I'm building shit, right? Like I'm putting up stuff, I'm building shit. So, when you're done finishing a project or like a building or something, you feel accomplished. Like you feel like, wow, I did that. In a store, in a retail store, it's like you're like trapped in walls. Like, at least in a trade job, right? At least you're outside. At least you're breathing in fresh air. You have tasks to do, but you're not trapped, right? That feeling of like trapped is like what I feel like a lot of people say, right? Like they see the same people every day. Like they eat the same thing every day. At least when you're at least out on the road doing trades, you can almost feel like you're free in a sense. Like you still have a job to do, but you're not at the same freaking place every day. The old retail job that I worked at, my coworkers are great. I loved them. The customers were great. I loved them, but it was just that tasks, like I said, just doing the same shit every day, man. Just it weighed on you. And my old boss, she knew, I wasn't really gonna move up because I was young. I was like 16 to 20 working there, so like, I wasn't gonna move up anywhere, and she knew that. I was looking at other stuff, and she had no problems with me, wanting to move on and do something else. But some people, right, they don't get that opportunity. The store pays you enough to where, you can pay your bills and feel a little comfortable, right? And then you're like, damn, if I quit this job, my family's dependent on me. So you're trapped again. You're trapped in a store, you're trapped in a wage, where you're like, I'm getting paid decent here, I don't have to move. They financially trap you, and it's like, at least in my scenario, right, I was able to get out. I make more money now working in the trades, which is great. But I got out because I just couldn't take it anymore, dude. Like, the customer part, it's just draining, dude. Like, dealing with fucking jerk-off people, man, it sucks. Like, it really does. And, if you're not a people person, especially like me, like, it's like, oh my god, dude, like, it just starts bothering you. In your hours especially, right? Like this retail job that I worked, my hours are dropped from like 40 to 20 in winter, and I'm like, how am I supposed to like at least make some kind of savable expenses, right? Only working 20 hours a week, like it sucked. And then my hours weren't that great, and when I was working, I would only work the weekends. My new trade job, I have off every weekend. It's great, in the spring and summer, if I want to come in and get overtime, it's very relaxed with the whole weekend thing. Like, they understand, like, we want our weekends off, we want to relax, but it's Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week. But, with the retail job, it's like somebody calls out and, like, all hell breaks loose. Like, somebody's got to cover for you, right? Or it's like, God forbid you want to take a day off, right, in the winter. It's like pulling teeth and nails to get somebody to cover for you. In a trade sense, it's like, oh, if John can't come in, okay, we'll fill him in with somebody else, or that guy that was working with him can just go by himself. Retail, it's like, if you got a fucking supervisor and, they're two guys, you have to be able to cover a department, right? In trades, it doesn't really matter. And I'm really not trying to clown on retail jobs. Like, I respect, if you go into work every freaking day and you bust your ass, and the retail job's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do, and I respect it. A job's a job, but in my opinion, man, I just couldn't do that no more. And I'm very happy that I shifted my occupation into something that's more, flexible and is more, like, free in a sense. I know it's like a weird word, but, like, definitely making that move to the trades was great for me.